resting heart rate, I think my resting heart rate's like around 85, and I go do cardio at about 135 to 40. Okay, and I do stairs. That's what I do. So I have a stair gauntlet at my home, and I do my cardiovascular. When I train for the competition, I start dieting in June for Mr. Olympia, so my preparation starts about 16 weeks prior to the contest, and that's when I start a cardio regimen. Usually I do at least 30 minutes a day at a starting point, where I do first thing in the morning, empty stomach, and I do you know, stairs at a pretty good rate, where I try to, you know, sometimes do you know, I alternate back and forth between, you know, a fast to slow pace, but moving 300 pounds on the stair mill is pretty tough anyway. And I do it in the garage, which in Las Vegas can be 140 degrees in the summertime. So I get out there and I sweat. I lose about 7 to 8 pounds every time I get on the stairs. And as I progress into competition, I do 2 sessions a day, about 45 minutes, as I get towards the end. So I'm in the gym doing that twice a day, plus my weight session. And I'll bundle up with a lot of clothing sometimes and really try to sweat, even when it's that hot. So I drink 3 gallons of fluid a day, though, usually at that point. I used to eat, when I get close to the contest, I might eat a little asparagus, but very rarely do I eat any vegetables. If you ask me today, have you eaten any vegetables? No, I have not. It's just more filling for my stomach at this point. I know the fiber is real good for you. If I had my choice to eat what kind of vegetables, I would definitely eat green vegetables, either spinach, green beans, or asparagus, broccoli. But I eat so much food where it comes to from carbohydrates, protein. I try to avoid eating anymore, because my biggest problem, even training for competition, is most bodybuilders are starving. I'm actually force feeding myself to eat. I have to force feed pretty much every meal, which makes it really difficult. From my understanding now, like I said, I've been in the sport for 20 years. Women's bodybuilding was a lot bigger, obviously, when I started. Linda Murray was the champion then, I believe. Now, of course, you have Iris Kyle, who's won multiple times. And what's happened is, I think women's bodybuilding has, you know, just like the men's, it's actually getting, the guys are getting bigger, the girls are getting bigger, women's bodybuilding. So I think it just, you know, people lost interest in that, because just like this year, they've changed it back to what they call women's physique. I'm not really sure. My understanding of this is, so far, is that they're going to actually tone the women down, and I think it just got a little ahead of itself, and now they're trying to bring it back. And of course, the sponsorship only goes by the ticket sales, and when the ticket sales started going down on women's bodybuilding, they got focused more on the men's side, and the sponsors fell out and never went back. And of course, there's not a lot of coverage in the magazines, and bodybuilding is so underexposed anyway. I mean, we only have really internet exposure and through magazines and newspapers, and very rarely are we on national television or sports channels. So we have to take advantage of everything that comes to us within our industry. And if there's no sponsors that are willing to support the women's side, you're going to have that fallout. It's going to go, of course, to popularize the men's side more than the women's. So I think they're trying to bring back the women's physique round type of bodybuilding that's going to give them more opportunity to have the fan base continue to grow further now. So it's going to tone it down a little bit.